Hello, my little creepy crawlies. Today I have the Novo Ovo dual form nail tips for the claw shape, and I'm excited to try it out. If I hear you go, but Beebus, don't you hate dual forms? The answer is yes. I do hate dual forms, and I never will stop hating them. However, even I can acknowledge that sometimes there are necessary evils, especially whenever it comes to unique shapes like this. Sorry for hitting you. I did attempt to create this shape on my own with my straight nail tips, and it was a nightmare. I hated them, and I viciously ripped them off and damaged my nails, but we won't talk about that. I have instead already done a test set on this hand. No, these aren't the nails, but aren't these super cute? My sister bought me nail charms that I would never buy for myself, just so that I would experiment with something new. And I enjoy it. I think it's very cute. Anyways, I hope your day is going better than mine. I took a triple whammy. But we'll talk about that later. For now, I want to talk about how I'm going to do this dual form, because if you're like me, you hate dual forms. And you hate dual forms because you can never do them right. Whenever I use dual forms, I, first of all, can never judge how much polygel I use correctly. It is always way too much, but I have learned recently that I can just do less than I think and then fill in the gaps. So we're going to cheat a bit today. And also, whenever I do dual forms, I always am missing the sidewall. I will never not miss the sidewall because I do too much or too little. And whenever I put it on, the sidewall like squeezes out and disappears. And I believe that is due to me using too small of a dual form. But also I suck. Damn, this is just a video of me like admitting how much I suck at dual forms, but I suck a lot at them. However, whenever I did my test hand, I did find that whenever I go in first, okay, so this is how I'm going to do it today. I found that whenever I go in first with the top coats, and hold on, I'll bring you in close for the first one. But, oh my god, ignore that. I'm busted up. I feel busted too, but to avoid having the sidewall disappear, I just go over the entire tip first with a top coat, and I focus mostly on the sidewalls, and then I fully cure it. So I'm just doing a single top coat all over the inside of the nail first. This is a HEMA-free top coat. I recently changed the way that I do the base of my nails. I'm going to go ahead and cure this first so that the top coat doesn't separate. I'll shoot for like 10 seconds. But I've recently changed the way that I've done my nails because over on my TikTok, I got a comment talking about how like a person commented under one of my videos featuring Beetles nail polish because I love Beetles polishes. They're my favorite polish of all time. I love the quality, the consistency, everything about it. Like even the smell, low key. Like I love all of it. But I'm not a Beetles sleeper agent. And the comment was talking about how they wanted to try Beetles, but they were afraid of getting an allergy because they've seen so many people develop one from it. And I'm like, well, I've never developed an allergy, and I've been using Beetles consistently pretty much for like 5 or 6 years, and I've never had an allergy. But you know, it's always everyone else until it's you. And then I just was like, well, if everyone is getting, well, not everyone, but if I'm seeing like more than 1 or 2 comments about it, then there's probably some merit to the fear. And usually for gel polishes, you know, if you develop an allergy, it's probably because they're A, fast fashion and have high HEMA. Well, I guess I was A and B, but I guess I didn't need to say A. Well, anyways, usually it's because they're high in HEMA. And if they're high in HEMA, it means that they're fast fashion. So I went onto the Beetles website and I read their about page, and they are a self-proclaimed fast fashion brand, which low-key kind of sucks because the reason why fast fashion is bad is because it's bad for the environment. You know, whenever they put out new products so frequently and they follow trends, it's because they're using either harsh chemicals or different tactics of production with different chemicals, and the output of the chemicals that they use is really bad for the environment. So that's bad. And also, whenever they have such high turnaround times, it's usually because they're using high levels of HEMA. And high levels of HEMA means a higher risk of developing an allergy. Anyways, this is the tip with the top coat fully in it. This way, I will have a sidewall no matter what. And I'm going to be more diligent because these are my concert nails. The concert is tomorrow. Also, I think I did already size out the tips. I don't know if I said that, but I just don't know with dual forms. They're like, get one bigger than your finger. And I'm like, but how much bigger? How should it feel when it sits? No one's telling me, but you know what? Trial and error it. Anyways, these are my concert nails. The concert is tomorrow. Am I talking fast? I feel like I'm talking fast, but also I definitely feel like I'm not moving fast enough. For part 1 in this video, I'm just going to put on the dual forms, show you how I put on the dual forms, and then because I don't want to edit a really long video, I'm going to save like part 2 for the decorating process. But for now, what I think I'm going to do is attempt an ombre. I have pink polygel and I have a sparkly white one. So I'm going to attempt an ombre for the thumb. This is not a time to be trying new things, but I just want to try. Oh, I also got a new bottle. Isn't she so cute? I say that as if I don't hate the color purple, but I'm going to try and slow down when I talk. I feel like I'm rushing through this. I hate the color purple, okay? I don't know what it is about the color that just puts me off so much. I think it's just like association with the people in my life that love the color purple, but I hate it. But if there's one thing about me is I can force myself to like anything. Like my favorite color was green. Originally, it was blue when I was growing up, and then it was like green when I was in high school. And it's been green ever since like I've graduated and now gotten jobs. It's stayed consistently green for the most part. I just love like the color association with it is like forests and plants. And I just love that green nature feeling. But I have recently got bored of it. So I forced myself to like the color red. I don't know what it was about red that I just didn't like, but I didn't like it for the longest time. And then I just woke up and decided, hey, I'm going to like red. And now it's been like 2 years and red is my favorite color. So now I'm getting bored again. So it's time for a new favorite color. And I chose purple. And honestly, I think like getting things that you normally love anyways, but in a new color is one really good way to force yourself to like something new. So, I mean, I love this thing. I love the alcohol dispenser. It's so handy and it's just so useful. I feel like I'm stumbling all over my words. I feel very frazzled. I woke up today from a message from my landlord talking about how he just notified me that the plumbing people were going to come out and check the leak for the AC unit because apparently there is a leak in my unit and it is leaking into the unit beneath me, and that poor woman just moved in and she has to deal with a leak already. I feel so bad for her. But the second I think yesterday she had the plumbing in to check the leaks, perhaps. I haven't talked to her yet. I've been wanting to like stop her before I see her leave. Every time I go to like see if she's still in her apartment, her car is gone. So I haven't had a chance to talk to her, but I wanted to let her know that the second that guy came up and told me that they think the leak is coming from my apartment and it's leaking into her unit, I wanted to be like, hey, I texted my landlord immediately. Like, I'm on it. I'm so sorry that this is happening, but I just haven't had an opportunity to yet. But I feel so bad because she just moved in and she has to deal with this. But I want her to know that I am. My finger is on the pulse. I am looking diligently. And the guy came today. to come check where the leak is coming from, and it turns out that there is extensive water damage in our unit that was here before us, and it's causing mold to grow, which is so wonderful. I mean, just don't we love mold? I feel insane. Because, I mean, this is so typical, but you never really expect it to happen. You never expect it to happen until it happens to you, and then you're like, dang, so this is how it feels. It feels like shit. Pardon my language. Anyways, but you know what? I've been having like really good, I did not just touch that with my hands. I've been having really good luck with plumbers and just like technicians lately. Like they've all been super nice, very kind, and patient with me and my questions. They've all just been very super helpful, which I'm very grateful for, because this is my first time renting, so all of this stuff is new to me. And it's like low-key really intimidating. A lot of the guys that have come have like made the process like very easy, so I'm grateful for that. I'm probably going to cut off the tip of this anyways, because the thinnest part is actually like too thin to be sturdy enough to be on its own. So I'm oh, you know what? I probably should have cured the pink polygel before I did this, because now it's just, yeah, I should have cured it before I did that. Dang. Lesson trial and error. What was I saying? About... I can't remember. And I'm not going to stop the video and see what I said last to remember, because this is already going to be a monster to edit. Anyways, I'm going to put on this tip and then see if my method still worked. And then I'm going to decorate the other tips, but a bit differently, because I've decided I don't want to do an ombre. I don't want to do an ombre because I did it wrong this time, and I'm not going to swipe it off and try again, so... Anyways, I'm going to go see Stray Kids, which, if you're watching this, I feel like the nail community to K-pop is pretty crossed, or there's a big overlap with nails, at least. At least I hope there is. It is for me. But I'm gonna go see Stray Kids tomorrow. I feel like I've been into K-pop for maybe 2 years now, and I'm a full-blown adult. I was born in '99, so I'm up there. I'm like older Gen Z. And I feel like I have like the opposite of brain rot when it comes to K-pop. I feel like it's made me hyper aware of all of the injustices within like just the entertainment community, both in Korea and in America, and other Asian countries as well. Like I've really just kind of locked in to everything that's happening, and like the amount of effort and just discipline and abuse that goes on within the community. It's kind of like insane. I've definitely become more aware of people. I'm just going to cure the top part for now in my little hand lamp. Hand lamp? What are you? My gooseneck lamp from a cart. And then I'm going to smooth down the other side, make sure it's where I want it, and then I'll fully cure it in the lamp and pop it off. That's the gap that I was talking about. I can just fill it in with clear gel, and it works pretty well. I think everything looks pretty good. Don't look at my busted nail beneath it. Just also the bubbles. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna paint on top of this anyways. I'm gonna put some charms on it in the next video. So just for now, we're just troubleshooting, and this is my troubleshooting. First of all, I love this shape. I love it. It has a nice point. Can you see that? Up top, it's like rounded at the top, and then it develops a point, and it looks like extra creature. It's been a very long time since I've been excited for a nail like this. Well, honestly, to like do nails in general, because I feel like I've been doing my nails for like 6 years, and I've been sticking to the basic shapes of like oval and stiletto, and I've recently attempted a square, but I hate square nails. I'm a very compact person. I'm short, and I feel like I have long arms but short legs and stubby hands. So any nail shape that is short and not tapered makes my hands look so sausagey, and I do not like that for myself. Which is crazy, because I'll see like sausage... That's not mean. I'll see sausage fingers on other people, and I'll honestly love it. Like, I live for it, but just like not on myself. Okay, moment of truth. There's the sidewalls. I did it. Okay, love this method. Yeah, you see how at the end, I feel like the structure kind of stops right here. So I have to cut this off and then just shape it a bit more at the tip. But yeah, that's the first nail done. I love it. That worked perfectly for a dual form. So I'm gonna wipe off the tacky layer. I'm very satisfied with that. Okay, so I'm gonna decorate the other nails and then pop them on. Zoom you out for that. That way I'll be in frame, even if I move around. I think for the rest of the nails, I'll just do a nude. Well, actually, I have some that... Do I? Should I just do matching nails? No, I'm not going to do matching nails. I'm going to do what I said I was going to do. Oh, wait. I already abandoned my method the second that I didn't feel so scattered-brained. I just went shopping for groceries with my sister. First of all, my card declined because I hit my spending limit. So that was really humbling. But before we left, we loaded up the car with our trash so we could like drop it off before we shop. And I went to go throw the trash away, and I cut myself on the dumpster, which was disgusting. I am very upset about it. I don't think I'm going to not be upset about it for a very long time, because there's so much bacteria and disgusting stuff on dumpsters. I like skinned my finger on it, and it made me very angry. And I love my sister so much. We like immediately drove back to the apartment so I could clean it out and put a Band-Aid on it. And yeah, I came inside. I like put soap directly on it and scrubbed, because oh my god, I cut it on a dumpster. Ooh, I cut it on a dumpster. I'm so mad. And then after that, I doused it in rubbing alcohol repeatedly and like flushed the wound. And then I put some hydrogen peroxide on it and then let that bubble for a bit, washed it again, and then put triple antibiotic ointment on it, put a Band-Aid on it, and now I just have to watch it. I'm so upset because out of all the things happening, you know, our apartment and the water damage, the mold is what gets me the most. I am so disgusted with the fact that the mold predated us and it's apparently a known issue and we have to deal with it. That makes me very angry. That happened. I saw that picture of Jojo Siwa and that guy in bed. I ruined pride. Just I hate everything. Why can't she just like not be a messy person? Like, it's fine if she wants to date men, obviously, but like you can't go through all of your what she made that like Karma music video that she plagiarized from another artist and then claimed that she was coining the term gay pop. I feel like I'm just being rage baited by 2000s babies that never grew up properly. And it's working, which is the most upsetting part. You know what? I think really quickly. Okay, no, I know I said that let's like not do new things, but come on. Okay, I'm gonna put some spikes in this tip. I just think that would be fun. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. I lied. Okay. How am I gonna do this? I want to make sure they stand up straight. No, that's a bad idea. No, you're right. This is indeed a bad idea. Concerts tomorrow. Let's not try new things. Let's just stay on track and get these done. Okay, you're right. Thank you. Sometimes I need a voice of reason. Otherwise, I go insane. Did I say why I was doing this in 2 parts? Because this might feel stupid if you're... If this is obviously happening for the first time, because this is the first time I'm posting a video like this, that's split into 2 parts. But honestly, whenever I do those videos, I've only posted like a few videos on here. I've been doing TikToks mostly because they're just easier to edit and post. You know, I can script like 3 minutes and then do a 3-minute long voiceover of it, but honestly, whenever I do long form content, I just want to talk because I have so many things I want to talk about. Did I put that on? You know what? If this is crooked, don't tell me. But if it is, tell me, but like do it nicely. But I have so many videos that I have filmed and just trashed because I don't want to edit 6-hour footage of me making the nail, which is like maybe 30-20 minutes, and then hours of me going back and forth about like decorating. It keeps me from like consistently putting out videos on a regular basis. So I figure that what I'm just going to do now is yap the way I want to, but also I'm going to do part 1 and part 2 for the same nail set. And the first one, I'm going to do just the base, and the second one will just be decorating it. That way I'll have shorter videos, but more consistent ones. I've been thinking about how I want to like distribute my content across my pages, because I don't want to double post like content in 2 different places. I think maybe I should perhaps do that. That way I could have just something on both of my accounts, you know, one on TikTok, one on here. But I think what I'm mostly going to do, unless I'm like super proud of this set, is, well, I think what I'll do is I'll put the results of these nails just on TikTok, and then I'll only do process videos of my right hand. That way, people are encouraged to go to both places, because something that I've learned that I knew other... Oh my god, I keep almost skipping the most important part. Which is the top coat first. And honestly, it's it's working really well. Like, my sidewalls are there. I'm very proud. Does this mean that I like dual form suddenly? No. I still hate them. But I would hate making this shape from scratch more than I would just toughing it out and using a dual form. Like, I'll be fine. I'm gonna live. And I get a cool nail shape out of it, and I don't have to sit here filing forever in order to get it. And you know what? On top of that, what's it called? Whenever I go scroll on TikTok, the way that I love to scroll on TikTok, I see people doing the Gel X tips, and they do it like obviously the responsible way, which is they put it like a little bit further down from the cuticle so they could fill in the gap, you know, and get they seal the cuticle essentially, which is what you do if you want your nails to stay on for a very long time and you want them to look smooth and natural. But I genuinely believe, or this is how I operate, if I'm going to use dual forms because I don't want to file or shape the nail and I have to file and seal in the cuticle, that's not me. I'm not doing that. If I use a dual form, if I use a Gel X full cover tip, I'm not filing anything. All right. It's going to stay the whole point of Gel X is to like reduce or eliminate filing entirely. So I'm not filing anything. It's going to look the way it's going to look. If I wanted to have it look really smooth and have it on for a very long time, I'd just use my half tip and I would just shape the nail myself. Which, I don't know. Do you feel that way? Would you rather seal the cuticle? Listen, I hate sealing the cuticle. I hate filing. Honestly, that's it. I just hate filing. This is more of a thick, opaque gel. Hello, can you focus? I guess the answer is no. I don't have I have a Melody Susie drill, and genuinely, don't tell Miss Susie, okay? I hate it. I hate this drill. And I don't know if it's definitely, I bought it within the year. Like, it has not been long enough for it to crap out on me yet, but it just doesn't file well. There's something wrong with the tip of it where the drill bit goes in, where it just doesn't rotate in a smooth circle. It rotates kind of like an oval, so it's not a smooth filing experience. And I know that this isn't like across the board, this is how their drills are, but this is how mine is. And I could get a new drill, but this is my new drill. You know, like, I've definitely outlasted the warranty for the return. Maybe. I actually don't know if they have no. I think I bought it off Amazon, so the return point is definitely gone. That's kind of cute. Should I try this on purpose? Do a little half tip? And then I'll go in with some clear hard gel. Oh, that was bad. It was bad, but it didn't squeeze out the bottom, which is good. And you know what? This is taking a bit longer than 30 minutes, but I think it's because I'm chatting. If I just like locked in and did that. You know what? Also, this is dual forms. Usually if I do my half tips or my full cover tips, I get this done really fast. This is also why the video is going to be in 2 parts. You know what? That's going to look however it's going to look. I'm okay with that. I'll just cover it up. I thought about doing like a little French nail, but it's just going to be an American nail. A little busted. For this nail, I'm going to use my white polygel with the sparkles in it, but I am kind of curious. I want to do black lines on top. Like, for the Stray Kids 8 Dominate tour. I hate talking sometimes, but I love to do it. For the Stray Kids Dominate tour, they kind of have like those silver lightning lines, or the graffiti style type look. And I think a popular design has been those like lightning graffiti lines. So I want to try and do some black lines on top of this one. Yes, this is part of my base. Oh my god, my finger hurts. I'm so upset. I'm still mad. I keep looking at it and getting mad all over again. Hopefully this just heals really fast and I don't have to worry about it too much. Because I don't know why, don't ask me, but I attribute trash cans like with the inside of an alligator's mouth. You know how it's like incredible amount of bacteria in it? Which is why it's really bad if you get bitten by them, because their mouth harbors so much bacteria. Infections are almost guaranteed to happen. This is a silicone mat, so I can put gel directly on it, so don't be weirded out. Or be weirded out. I don't control you. But it just grosses me out. Dumpsters, it's literally a place where you throw away garbage, and I cut myself on it. Of course I'm going to be grossed out. So upset. I barely even tapped like the rim of it. I was just like hoisting a bag up so that I could shoot it through the little sliding door on the side, and I bumped it. Like I barely bumped it, and it scalped the skin off my finger, which is obnoxious. Because out of all the things to cut yourself on, a dumpster, are you serious? And you know, I keep psyching myself out. I'm like, is my finger hot? Is it discolored? Is it swelling? Is it all these things? And it's like, no, it's not yet, at least. It's not yet. I hate polygel. I'm literally so paranoid about contact dermatitis, and I'm so careful with literally every other form of gel, but polygel just manages to, its essence just spreads, and I'm always wiping. My hands are so crusty afterwards, but it's better to be safe than sorry. Because I would rather just have dry hands than develop an allergy to the one thing that like brings me joy and inner peace. That would suck more. Where'd you put my liner brush? Oh, is that you? Is that literally you? Of course it's not. It's just your lid. Where's your body? Oh my god. Okay, this brush, I just twisted it. This is not the one I was looking for. Can you just like chill? Oh my god, my glove is so dirty. Listen, use it until it breaks, essentially. Same thing goes for gloves. Ooh, maybe it did break. It looked a little busted whenever I picked it up. And I twisted it back into shape, but it's untwisting itself. This is not working the way I wanted it to. Oh my god, gnats in the summer. I hate them every time. You know what? Maybe just a dirty ink spot look. I feel like that could be cool with like white underneath it. That could be cool, right? Well, if it's not, this is just the base, so we can just cover it up. meantime, I'm going to fill in these gaps like I said I was going to. Oh my gosh, at the very beginning, I said that I changed the way that I did my base, and then I don't think I explained about the way that I changed my base. Hopefully you've forgotten that I said that so I can bring this up for the first time. And if you did, then in that case, hey, I changed my base. Well, not for this hand. For my other hand. It was too late for this hand. Because again, I got that message about the Beetle's gel polish being high in HEMA and people developing allergies from it. And I decided when I read that like, even though I use Beetles every single day, it's like essentially 85% of the polishes that I have are Beetle gel polishes. I love their colors specifically and their builder base gels, the base gels. So I've decided that like I am not going to wait until I have a problem to change the way that I do nails. So essentially I have, and this is something that a lot of companies are starting to offer, which is HEMA-free base coats and HEMA-free top coats. And so what I've done differently is if I'm not using a peel off base, I go in first with my HEMA-free base coat, which they come in white bottles and it looks like this. I highly recommend because, you know, no gel is safe to touch with your hands. And it's very obnoxious, like for not just Beetles, but also for Macart. You know, they have the solid nail glue where they advertise it as being safe to touch, but no gel is safe to touch just because it has HEMA in it or it's not in liquid form. HEMA is the main culprit that will give you an allergy, but it is not the only culprit. Okay, it's just one of many chemicals in there that you could have an allergic reaction to. So no gel is safe to touch. Their advertising for that is, while a fun little gimmick, it's not safe. And I'm not going to wait until I develop an allergy to realize that it's not safe. So I don't touch solid nail glues with my hands. Neither should you. No one should. And I am not the only one that's seen these pages on TikTok. Also, I'm like only on TikTok and a little bit on Instagram, but I haven't posted anything on Instagram because people from Instagram are just nicer versions of people on Twitter, which isn't by a lot, and it intimidates me, so I'm not really on there. But, you know, I refuse to be rage baited by people looking for negative clout. You know what I mean? Like, I see channels or pages all the time on TikTok of people like just touching gel full on with their hands or being really sloppy with the application so that they get like negative engagement of people telling them not to do it, because any engagement is engagement apparently. I do not subscribe to that. I think that is so obnoxious and I refuse to be rage baited. I will just block you. I'm not going on your post telling you that you shouldn't be touching gel with your fingers. That does look cool. Am I tripping? I love tripping. I don't say that. I guess I do now. Am I tripping? Yeah, that feels right. Oh, I think I just heard my neighbor come home. I'm in the middle of something. I'm sorry. I wanted to catch you before you got in your apartment. In a non-intimidating way. I just want to gossip about things happening. But I don't know you. You just moved in. Is it weird to say like she's gorgeous? She looks so lovely. I saw her. The day that the repairman came, I saw her as I was going up the stairs, and I waved at her, and she looks so nice. We had one downstairs neighbor prior to this, but he moved out like months ago, and she's like the first new tenant since. So Never really had a downstairs neighbor. Do we get to say like hi to each other now? Give her a little housewarming mug. I don't know how I feel about gifting people plants because I know I do not want to take care of something like that because it's not like, it's super easy, right? Which means that it's like extra bad if I kill it. If I kill a plant. I have no idea if I said plant at the start of that sentence. I don't want to be gifted a plant or anything that's alive like a succulent. Like no matter how little maintenance it requires, if I kill it, I will feel terrible. And like we both just wasted our time and money. And I don't want to feel like that. Do I like dual forms? You know, I'm going to wait until I pop these off at the end. But I feel like the answer might be maybe. Or maybe just for this shape. I think I just really like this shape. I feel like such a creature and it makes me feel so cool. Cool? Makes me feel nice. I like feeling like a creature when I wear nails. Makes me happy. All right. Last nail. I'm going in with a top coat. I know I said that I was feeling really frazzled, and not to keep like harping on everything that happened today, but this actually didn't happen today. It happened 2 weeks ago. I was sitting with my sister watching TV at night, and she looks up at the ceiling and gasps. And this is just how we react to things that are horrifying. We just gasp. We look up, we gasp, we don't say anything. I looked up, I gasped, was horrified. There were termites all over the ceiling. I was horrified. I was disgusted. I wanted to scream, vomit, run. Thankfully, my sister has like murderous intent when it comes to invasive bugs like that. She's like, we got to kill these things. And I'm like, do it. I'll get the poison. You can crush them. And we did, because no way. It was straight up out of like, oh man, what was that movie? Like, was it Arachnophobia or something? Where like you look up at the ceiling and you're like, oh, the ceiling's a bit lower or a bit darker than usual. And then the ceiling starts to move, but it's not the ceiling, it's a bugs. That was basically how that felt. Oh my god, is that crooked? It's too late for me. I'm not fixing that. I'll just have to like... It's hard to tell with my pointer finger if something is crooked or not because my pointer finger grows down. Oh my god, I should have just looked at it from there. That is absolutely crooked. You know what? Busted angle maybe, but the application's pretty great. I wonder if I should have done a style like this for all of the nails. Maybe this will just be my one nail that I don't paint over and I just put charms on. I've been recently watching some... Oh shoot, Anne Elizabeth, I think. And she does so many cute junk nails. Or just really fun charms on them. And it's made me want to do that too, which is crazy because it's made me want to do cute junk nails. And I'm not... If you've seen my tattoos, I'm not the cutest. I'm not the cutest guy out there. I don't really do cute designs. But I've been feeling really inspired lately, which is probably why my sister bought me nail charms, that I wouldn't buy for myself because I really wouldn't buy any of these for myself. At least not in this color. Because I don't really... Maybe pink in the future will be a color that I force myself to like. Until then. But aside from that, I mean... I feel like it was I really love how chunky and how much this is. I did a cat eye chrome, a cat eye base with all the charms that she, but obviously you can see it. You have eyes, I hope. Or maybe you're just listening to this. In that case, hi, hello, how are you? Has this been entertaining for you? It's been kind of cathartic to me. I'm trying to get used to just talking to myself, essentially, because that's what like filming these videos is. I just talk myself in circles, or just, well, really just talk to myself and hope that it comes out right. I've also recently learned that I cannot multitask when it comes to nails, and apparently a lot of people can't either, which makes sense because this is not necessarily the most intricate hobby to have. I hate whenever I turn on a nail lamp and it shuts off because it's timed. Like, I didn't give you permission to turn off. Why are you turning off? And you know what? Letting go of that just now gave me a bubble, which is really annoying. Okay, before I pop these off, I'm going to top coat the underside. Don't ask me why I'm doing this before instead of after. I just am. Oh, but I did fill in the gaps off camera because this video is already about 50 minutes long. I might cut down some of my yapping. Or maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just upload this raw. Just get content out there. I feel like the biggest thing that prevents me from putting out content isn't making the content, but editing it. Because I didn't initially want to make content. I want to edit content, and I still do. Okay, this is a little bit of like, let's have a little heart to heart real fast. Also, the bandage came off. If you see it, I'm so sorry. But a little heart to heart. I believe that every single person that wants to share something has something valuable to share with the world. And I wanted to see if I was going to be an editor. I wanted to see what exactly I would be asking of people who produce content and have me edit it, especially like if I get hired as like a full-time editor, a person wants me to edit their content regularly. Like, what would I be waiting for? What would I be expecting? And so I wanted to start a TikTok and just post content there and see what exactly content creators do to make the content. And I kind of have I have a whole new respect for content creators, because the biggest stumbling block for me isn't creating content, it's editing it. I will make so much content because I do my nails quite frequently. So I figured if I'm going to do my nails quite frequently, I might as well do this experiment with doing nails. And I do my nails frequently. I get bored so easily. New things inspire me all of the time. But when it comes to editing, oh my gosh. Like, what's the best shot? What's the most satisfying shot? What will people want to look at? What do people want to see when it comes to editing? And that is just my weakness, and it's a lot of their weaknesses too. And I want to help kind of cut that out of the equation for them by editing their content. But I don't really want to promote a product I have little experience in. So I've been offering to edit content for free for some of my friends, just so that I can get a little bit of experience with them. And also I've been posting my own content, obviously, kind of looking for my own editing style. And I'd like to say that it's going like pretty well whenever I can get stuff out. But maybe this will just be my place where I put uncut things or very minimally cut things. If you see a pause in the video, it's because I knew that I was going to was going to be curing my nails for a little bit. So I just paused the video so it wouldn't record nothing. Like now. All right, so this is underneath top coated Let's pop these suckers off. Okay, I'm gonna clean these up a bit and then I'll be right back. Tried to do ASMR. Oh my gosh. Tried to do ASMR there. Did not quite work. That's fine. I'm going to lather these fingers in cuticle oil. I used a lot of alcohol on them today. Dual forms always just get messy for me, which is why I don't really do them very often, which is also why I hate them. Well, you know, just one factor of why I hate them. But I do not like to massage it in with my hands. So I usually just take one of my lint-free pads and kind of wipe it around afterwards. Not necessarily wiping it off, just, you know, and substitute for my actual finger. Because, oh my gosh, listen, before I started consistently doing cuticle oil, I hated the texture of oil, just how it makes everything slick. And if you're not like 100% thorough with wiping off the dust, it's kind of like a grainy slick. It's just gross. But, you know, the longer I use it, the more I become like immune to the sensation. But this is it for the base. I'm pretty much done. The only thing that I don't like, and I'll do this in the next video because this video is already almost exactly an hour long, and I've decided I won't be editing it because I said so. Anyways, the tips of it extend like a little bit further. I know like it looked like this before, and then I cut it off because it was too thin to be like to have reasonable structure. Like it just like would bend whenever I touch things. So you cut it off and then you're kind of just, the structure of the nail kind of changes where it looks shorter, nubbier. Nubbier? Is that a word? Well, I had to kind of file the tip to make it sharp again, but I might have to go in with my e-file and round out these bumps. But you know what? I'm just going to leave it in. I'm going to leave it for how it is right now. Because, you know, sometimes this is just what it looks like. This is part of the process. And for me not editing, I might as well just show you what it looks like in all stages. Not perfect yet, but it will in the next one. So if you liked this video, if you liked this process, or you like the claw nail form, dual form thing, honestly, highly recommend. Okay. For someone who hates dual forms, this was not a miserable experience. There's a lot of forms. It comes with a lot of forms in like pretty good range of sizes. And as long as you, as long as I do what I did this time every other time, they fit, and I actually kept my sidewalls. So I'm very happy with how these came out. Normally, as I said at the beginning, I just do not enough or too much, and I never find a happy middle ground. But doing the top coat first really helped, and I'm going to keep doing that if I do these again, which I really like the shape, but I don't like the length. It's not long enough for me personally. But if you like this, like, subscribe. For you, it'll probably be a day, but I'm right about to just take a quick break and then I'll get on to decorating. I can't remember if I said it, but I'm putting it into 2 parts just so that I can get content out. Otherwise, I will be editing an incredibly long video, and I don't want to do that because if I have to edit 2-3 hour footage, I won't do it. Anyways, like, subscribe, my little creepy crawlies, and I will see you very shortly.